One of the important questions that puzzled me for a very long time, even today, is can energy have separate existence without being associated with matter? I repeat, can energy have separate existence without being associated with matter? So, in simple words, can we talk about existence of energy without being associated with any form of matter, even fundamental particles like electron, protons, neutrons, and so on, even quarks also? So, this question is so puzzling that I really could not find a correct and the most convincing answer for this for a very long time, even today. I'll give you the arguments from both the sides, yes as well as no. That is, energy can have separate existence without being associated with matter. This is the first case. Second case is no, the energy cannot have separate existence without being associated with matter. Now, this particular question is very important in science because we it tests whether we really understand many things in physics. Say, for example, light. So let's start with the discussion. We start with the first argument. The first argument is no, we cannot have separate existence of energy without being associated with matter. Now, right from my childhood, I was always thinking that energy should be always associated with some form of matter, be it electron, proton, neutron, fundamental particles, or even quarks. Energy should always be associated with matter and it cannot have separate existence. Why? Because, say, for example, if you say that Gopal is clever or uh, Priyanka is beautiful. So Priyanka is the lady, and the beautiful is the nature or the property that is associated with that particular lady. Or cleverty is the property that is associated with Gopal. So you cannot have separate existence of the property. You cannot have separate existence of beautiful, uh, whatever you understand by the word beautiful, and without and say that there is no person. So the property should always be associated with some form of matter or some form of the material things. So in the same sense, the energy should always be associated with some form of matter. Now, if you talk in terms of even the fundamental particles, there is a problem because the fundamental particles, the behavior of fundamental particles can again be explained on the basis of wave nature as well as particle nature. If you talk in terms of electron in many experiments, electron can behave as a particle as well as in certain other experiments it can behave as a wave. The wave nature and particle nature both are associated with electron. It has been experimentally proved. So again, the same question arises whether there can be a separate existence of energy without being associated with matter. In other words, are these two forms, energy and matter, are the forms of the same things and they are interconvertible? So another argument that we have is based on the yes, there can be existence of energy without being associated with matter. Say, for example, if you talk in terms of light or propagation of light, light is traveling from sun to the earth through vacuum in the form of electromagnetic radiation. There is no particle involved. Now, again, light shows dual nature. In certain experiments, it behaves like particle. In certain experiments, it behaves like waves. It shows dual nature. But the particle nature of light is quite different from the particles, fundamental particles of materials, say electrons, protons, neutrons. All these material particles, electrons, protons, neutrons, quarks, they have a certain mass, rest mass, and The photon concept, whenever we are talking about photons, we do not consider them to have any rest mass. So photons, they don't have any rest mass. In that sense, the photons, they are different from material particles, that we understand. So photons are the so-called particles, light, quanta, and that doesn't have any rest mass. We, for our understanding, we have presumed certain things about photons, but we treat them as particles. So again, the puzzling thing is that light itself shows dual nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. Materials or material particles, fundamental particles like electrons, protons, neutrons, they also show dual nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. Now we know that wave, they are waves, they are always spread in space, whereas a particle is a localized entity. Now, if you compact the information that is available in a wave that is spread in space, it can give you the sense or feeling or information or of a particle. In other words, if you compact the information that is available in waves, they will start behaving as particles, localized entities. That is obvious. So, still the question remains, can energy have separate existence without being associated with matter? Can we say that there is an existence of energy without being associated with matter? Can we say that the energy exists at certain place, at certain time, and there is no matter that is involved? The argument goes from both the sides, but still we do not have a convincing answer. This topic is so puzzling, at least for me, that I made this video and going to put it on the YouTube. If you have better understanding of this, you please give your comments and feedbacks. Thank you very much.